Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to something completely different. We are trying out a new format tonight. Instead of playing some games and doing my same old commentary, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna go over to the watch tab. Not in the throne room, we're gonna go to the gold room. We're just gonna pick some random games, pick some random players, watch their matches, and do sort of a shoutcast. We're gonna see how other people on the ladder are faring. We're gonna take it easy. We're gonna relax. We're going to randomly pick our champion of the matchup, and then we're going to pretend that they're our number one. They're the underdog. They've got the Cinderella story, and we're gonna cast a game from their position and see how it goes. Gold room is as low as you can go. I wanted to do this in the silver room to get wackier games, more random chaos happening, but I think we'll actually find some players who are actually pretty decent, especially if we go into these expert threes. Let's see if we can find an expert one matchup, and then we'll roll from there. Expert one because they have the highest chance of having just promoted from the silver leagues. Ba 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 ba. Ba da ba 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 ba. Pre-Janshi hasn't chosen a name yet, but they were like expert 3, so they might be smurfing. Got some English names here. Alright, spending too much time looking. I'm just gonna pick the next. Yeah, here we go. Perfect. This is 4 players that are 1 star. That's gonna take a full minute and 20 seconds. The Mahjong Soul enforces an automatic 5-minute delay when you're going in to watch a game. So I'm gonna pull up a 1 through 4 random number generator. 1d4 on Google. Roll it. Number 2. So this long string of kanji right here, I recognize the first one, that's 10, as in like 10 ho. So this is 10-chan, and that's gonna be our champion for the night. We're gonna watch from 10-chan's perspective. We're gonna see how they do, and we're gonna cheer for them. We're gonna analyze their moves. We're gonna see what kind of player they are, what they're trying to get into the mindset of an expert 1 player. Shouldn't be too hard. And yeah, as I mentioned at the start of this video, this is going to be a brand new thing. We're going to try to sprinkle this in between the ladder grind. And there's some reasons for that. Recently, we're just a little bit tired. I don't think the regular ladder grind episodes are doing badly. They're actually doing pretty well. But I want to mix up the content a little bit. Maybe like 3 days of the week we'll have some more variety to it. Maybe we'll throw in some special matchups. Maybe we'll throw in these shoutcasts. Just anything to kind of break up the monotony of seven straight days a week of Mahjong matches. And so that's where you all come in. If you're watching this episode, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel about this episode, what your thoughts are on some of the other content I mentioned, if you would like to see that. If not, if you really do enjoy just watching 7 straight days of ladder grind. Because I don't mind either way. It's been over 100 episodes. I've been doing this for over a year. So I think it's natural for me to feel a little bit intrigued to try out new content. Anyways, the game is starting. We're already in 10-chan's position, so starting off with a pretty good high pie. That's the starting hand. They've got a 1, 2, 3 already filled in. They've got a pair of 8s they can use, a 2, 4, 5 shape, and then a 4, 6 in the Sozu. 3 of bamboo is the Dora. We pass on the 8s because we have a pair. I like it. And the 8 of dots comes out. I think Tenshan's a pretty clever player so far. I agree with all their decisions. Probably just going for a fast Ricci if I had to guess. But it's pretty fast to convert to Tanya if they want to drop the 1 and the 9. They're thinking on the 4 and they drop the 2. So they lose out on the 3 of dots, but they pick up the 6. They still have the 3 of dots. They picked up the 4, but they already have 3 of the 4s in their hand. I guess technically they could pick up the 5 as well, but I wouldn't have decided to go for Suanko or Chitoi. I hope he's not doing Chitoi. Passes on the 4. All very principled play. And this actually does show the draw discard patterns. So these grayed out tiles are what's known as sumo giri. When you pick up a tile and discard it right away, it gets grayed out. This only shows up when you're viewing the game. It shows up in your logs. But if a player is not adding tiles into their hand, then they're kind of just like in a holding pattern. A long string of draw discard, and then all of a sudden a new tile comes out. That's when you know that somebody has put something into their hand. They've advanced one step closer to Tenpai. And we got pretty lucky. We're going to drop the 9 for the Ricci, putting us on a 4-7 weight? 4-7-8 of characters. Well, 4-7 dots, 8 of characters. That's the roam. Very principled play. They held their hand closed for as long as possible. I'm sure they would have upgraded to a Dora if they could have. They just didn't end up drawing it. Another really good starting hand. We are very close on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks, 1 including the Dora. Not opening on the 1s. They draw the 8 and they discard the West. This is an easy hand, I think. Discarding loose honor tiles. Tenshan knows what's up. He's a very principled player right here. What do they do with this 5 though? Let's see how good they are. I think the white would be a normal discard in this situation. But were they thinking about the double acceptance on the 6 and the 8? And how will they defend against a Ricci? Green Dragon comes out immediately. That's pretty telling. It was the first Green Dragon to come out, but this guy's already dropped 4 honors in a row. They're probably not waiting on a pair or even a pwn of the another loose honor. Terminal is the first to come out. It's Tsuji to the 6. Very principled discard. What would go next? For me? Probably the 3. The 7. I think the 7 works fine. There's 2 6s, 2 9s, 2 8s. It'd be hard to use a 7 unless it was a pair. They also got to keep their hand really well put together. They didn't push themselves too far out of Tenpai to do that. I don't like the Manzu. I would start dropping even more dots. I would go 1 dot. They push the 6 right away. They're thinking they're so close to finishing the hand that they can afford to keep playing, basically. They're also on their dealer seat. They're going to protect it and try to get some bonus points. And I guess they threw the live 4 of characters as well, so maybe they're all in. Again, this is all an expert 1 matchup. People are playing for the win. Drop the other 6. The 9. The 9 is not actually the safest tile here. The 6 would have been smarter. Or keeping the 9, playing something else. Terminal weight on the 3, not the best. I think they could have held on a little bit longer and maybe gotten a better weight out of that. They very quickly discarded all their honors and stuff like that. Starting hand is fantastic again for Tenchan. The pair of Norths are not only Yakuhai, but they also make a nice Pinfu pair. Nope, they don't, because it's our Seat Wind. Opening for Yakuhai, pairing the 7s. You've got double sequences here, or you can aim hard on the Dora, dropping the 8, and like maybe the 2. Opponent. Oh! That's an interesting call. I do not agree with that. I think Yakuhai is very reasonable hand. We've got all of our blocks already put together. There's really no reason to wait on the North there. Open that pair, drop the 8. You got the pair in the 7s. You pick up. You can even pair the 3s if you want to pwn the 7s and drop the 2. There are so many options on that North, but now there's only 1 tile left in the game. Only 1 North left in the game. He's thinking real hard on the 7. Did he actually DC maybe? Maybe he meant to draw the North and was DC'd? Who knows? But now we're kind of playing for Ricci. We just gotta draw tiles that are close to each other. I really hope we don't take the North 7 weight, but it might happen. And it wouldn't be the end of the world either. We can pwn the Norths and drop the 8 still. We just lost our chances at the Dora. And there goes another good pair. So just a little bit inefficient. I think pwning the Norths would have been the best move. And he passes it again. This I really disagree with, because now we just have Fu from the Norths. We can't get Pinfu with this pair. We lost a lot of options. And they're a safe discard, but what are you defending against? Who are you afraid of? You know? The 4-up characters were now backfiring downwards into the characters. We've already discarded the 3 from earlier. There's really no reason to keep a lonely 4. And we're right up against our timer now too. But I trust Tenchan to make some quick decisions. Yeah, they're a pretty good player from what we've seen so far. A few inefficiencies here. I really think they should attack the Norths on that hand. Like, don't be afraid of Yakuhai. Yakuhai Dora 2 is a perfectly valid hand. The 9 makes it through safely. And we are not quite Tenpai yet. That's a dealer 3 Han. Dealer's gonna get another seat. Tenchan didn't play in on that one, but I think that was their hand to lose. What do we got for here? A couple of good blocks, not as good as some of our other hands. The 6, 8, 9 kind of self-defeats itself. They get rid of the 9s right away to turn it into a straight Kanchan, a straight inside weight. They got the 7, 9, the 4, 5, 6 is already completed. They're dropping their lonely honors, which is very good. I would prefer the North over the 3, but it's not the end of the world. The 3 was a floater, as far on the outside. They've already got the 6, 6, 8, so they're aiming for those high characters anyways. And the 6s could become the pair, in which case we don't really need any other characters. 3 1s were out, so if they drew the 2, they would have gotten kind of stuck there. It's not the end of the world. Another 7. I like it. We've got a couple of pairs to choose from now, and we're keeping their sequence options open as well. The 668 accepts the 7 or the 6. 779 accepts 8 or 9, or 7s. And now we've got a solid pair on the 9s. We can drop our 7 if we draw the 8. The 1 is a bit of a stretch, right? We've already dropped the 3. It would have to be a pair, if anything, at this point. And we've got 3 pairs to play with. We don't really need a 4th. Second red of the game. They get rid of the Dora while it's dangerous. Although it would have been safe to the Richu player. The North. Wow, North and greens. So off wind and the green dragon. Nachan. Nachan's pretty sneaky too. These are all expert players. Like, let's not butcher the fact. These players all made it out of the silver leagues. They've been playing a lot of matches. They've been consistently winning in those matches, because you do have to go through 3 levels of silver league. So these are seasoned players, even if they're not playing 100% optimal. We're still cheering for Tenchan. They are... Can we see their points? We can. They're 10k down from first place. It's only East 3. Non-dealer, 10,000 points. You probably want... 3 Han would only give you 4k. 3 and 30 is 3,900. So they're probably looking for Mangan or better. And then they'd want to hit it off the person to their right. But early on, you know, it doesn't matter who it comes from. Red, white, green. Green is our Dora. We have none in our hand. And again, we're letting the Norths go away. And now we want to be afraid. Now we're perfectly happy discarding the North because we absolutely don't want to get hit by that guy. We're only 10k down. We got room to play with. Now, why cheat? Why would you cheat that if you're not going to oppone the Norths? Are the Norths going to be your pair? Are these just 2 safe tiles to you? What are these Norths in your hand? And I also think the player across should have gone for a half flush. If you're gonna go greedy, go all the way. Now is not the time to pwn that. Oh boy. Oh boy. The 8 was risky, but with how few tiles are in this guy's hand, a pair weight is like absolutely 100% something they could be doing. 5s as a Suji trap only work if they're on a double-sided weight. If they're on a pair weight, you can't read it with Suji. We're Tenpai now, which is really scary. The 8 makes it through. We're on a pair weight for the 6. For North and nothing else. There's an open Mangan on the other side of the table. We are playing for 1 Han. I do not endorse this maneuver. I think Tenchan is playing with fire, and I hope we don't get burned. What are you gonna do? Throw the 1? Ooh, it makes it. It makes it. I love this crazy style. This is so good. What's gonna come out from across the way? They're thinking. They keep their weight, whatever it is. They did not add in the character, but they thought long and hard about it. So I think they're definitely on the characters across the way. Because the 4 made them think. The 4 wouldn't have made them think if it wasn't part of one of their sequences. one of their blocks. The 7 is safe. I don't know about the 1. I don't know about the 1. I don't know about the 1. I don't know about the 6 either. I think that's insane. I guess we're now on a 1-4 weight. I wish we could have opened up and seen what the weight was. That is bonkers. This dude is nuts. This guy's drinking and playing Mahjong. That was insane. Is this how other people play? This is nuts. How do you see open manga and just go 3 sheets to the wind? No fear? You were in second place. The other guy passed you only because his hand was bigger. You were open 1 han. And you still won the hand because you refused to give up. Tenchan, you mad scientist, you. Open Tanya, Dora 2, fantastic hand. I love this play. This is making up for all of your past sins. Drop the green? Okay, you fucked up again. Tenchan, focus. You're open on Tanya twice. You need to get rid of the green dragon first. That 8 wasn't connected to anything, but it still fit the Tanya shape. You need to be keeping that in your cap there, buddy. Drop the 9. Drop the 9. Don't think about it. Don't do it. Drop the 9. You got a 5-8 weight there on the bamboo. Drop the 9. Thank you. All right. Ooh, spicy. That's unfortunate. And they wouldn't have gotten Tenpai if you hadn't dropped the 8s there, buddy. Anyways, I digress. Don't beat yourself up. You're still in third. Last place avoidance is the name of the game. We're in no danger of getting last place here. And we still have a dealer seat coming our way too. 6-8, 5-6-7 with a 9. 2-4, 7-7-8. I like all the shapes. We could use this as a pair, but I think it works fine as a double-sided sequence. There's the 9 the pair. Drop the 1, drop the south, and we're happy to go. Inside weight, double-sided / pair weight. We've got lots of options here. This hand's gonna come together quick and we can go on a fast Riichi Dora 1. There's our double-sided. Maybe even hold on the Riichi because we're so early in the hand still. And upgrade to a double-sided, dropping the 2 of bamboo, right? Yes. There was another option. You could have dropped the 6-8 in the characters, looking for 2-4 and 5-7. Needing the 3 and the 6, and possibly moving you into Honitsu, into full flush territory. The 9s, I don't love it. I actually really hate that move. I would have preferred to have broken off the 7s. You threw out the double inside weight, dropping the 2. So now this 7 is just kind of floating there all on its own. You're not likely to get a Tanya out of this because if you draw the 6, you want to draw the 7, drop the 7 anyways. And we held it north. First place is just playing fast and loose to try and keep the game moving. They're already in first, they just need to keep winning hands to keep the game moving. It is South 2. It is Tenchan's dealer seat, our champion for the night. They've got a pair of Easts in their hand, and if they don't open on this one, I don't know what I'm gonna say. Immediately calls the pawn. That's what I like to see. We are 1 tile away from Tenpai now. We're looking for 5-8 in the dots. Or 7 in the bamboo. They discard the entire Penchan, the terminal weight. So now we're looking for 2, 5, 8 in the dots. We still have the 8. And we've also paired the 4, so I don't like it. I don't like it, because now it's 5-8 and all the 8s are gone. 75% of the 8s are gone. It's very risky. I would have preferred for them to wait just a turn longer. Cheeing the 2 from the left would have been the much better option. Because you would have been on 5s and 8s. One of the 8s would have been gone, but all the 5s would have been alive. Also, they would have drawn that 2 themselves, now that I think about it, because they stole the 8 from the right, pushing the draw tile to the left. I think? I'm gonna be honest, I don't think about it that often. Unfortunate. That's tough luck. And it would have been curious to see if we could have like sumoed on any of these tiles instead of having to drop them. But either way, the play was made. We've got another Yakuhai pair. We've got a pair of Norths. And we passed the Norths again. We're looking for value now, so I don't hate the move. But I don't know why he doesn't open on the Norths. He opened on the East instantaneously. And even then, it was still just 1 Han, right? I think now it makes sense. You want to play a little bit slower because you need the value to get back into first. Even to get to second, we need 9,600 points. So 39 times 2 wouldn't do it. You need a Mangan off the left as well. Or a Hanuman off of anybody. I like the slow roll on the Riichi. It would have been an inside weight on a 3 of dots, not a very good weight. And we don't really get any advantages from it. That would have been our Tenpai, or our Roan tile though. It's possible we end up on Furiten though. If we draw 3 of dots, we will have 2, 5, 8 weight in the dots. And we dropped 2 2s already. There's 2 8s on the board. It'd end up being a very rough weight. The way to fix it is you just drop 2 of your dots. You've got the pair. Are you gonna go on 7s and Norths? I don't like it. I don't like it. The Norths will give you Yakuhai in addition to the Riichi. The 7s will give you nothing in addition to your Riichi, so it's Riichi no Mi. There's Uradora chance. But there's the 8. So that would have put you on a 3, 6, 9 weight. You've got 3 tiles to win off of instead of just 2. And that would have been the Roan. So as tempting as it is to hit the Riichi button, you just discard the North, you draw the 8, drop the 7. 3, 6, 9 becomes your new weight. You don't get Peen Food because you kept a pair of your Seat Wind. Dealer's unstoppable at this point. And is that the kill? That's gonna knock him out. So it's still a third. Tenchan didn't do the best. They hung in there really well. But they were making some efficiency mistakes, and the game kind of got away from them. Props to them for only losing 10 points, though. They fought hard, and they didn't get hit just by luck from the looks of it. But anyways, that's going to be it for our match for tonight. Congratulations, Tenchan. May the rest of your matches go better in the future. And that's going to be it for this episode. Reminder, If you think this is an interesting format, if you want to see more shoutcasts like this one, more passive commentary where it's not our points on the line, let us know in the comments below. I'm definitely interested in doing more of it. You'll probably see a few more this week as we kind of like test the waters and see how it goes. But if you did, please click the like and subscribe button. It really helps small channels like this one grow and reach a wider audience. And I hope you have a good morning, a good afternoon, a good evening. Goodbye.